Hello, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good night. So this is the one and only video that I hope to make about Candy Granpre. And at this point, I have said that 3 times because stuff has been interrupting me throughout the day, and editing through this phone is just not working right now. So I have to make this a stream of consciousness thing. And I think after doing this 2 other times, one video that lasted 40 minutes, one video that lasted 28 minutes. They keep getting shorter because I keep cutting down on what needs to be said and what is just fluff and anger. So Candy, I'm going to start with the positives. I'm going to start with being nice. What you are going through is quite unfortunate. I will give you that. It's a lavish hell for a homeless person, but it's a hell. I understand. You're mentally ill, you're physically ill. You don't think you're mentally ill, but that's part of your mental illness. People with paranoid delusions don't think they're delusional. That is the only reality for them. Everybody else is against them or crazy themselves. So you have built up this world around you where you're the only person that matters. But I'll get to that in a second. I'm going to tell you what to do, and I know you hate that, and I know you're not going to do it. But here's what would fix your situation. If it is true that you are banned from all the homeless shelters in New Orleans, which I think is wild, but if that's true, then what you ought to do is get the hell out of New Orleans. You have an entire country that you can go to, and go to homeless shelters that you are not banned from, soup kitchens that you are not banned from. And on top of that, buy a tent. Buy a nice sleeping bag, or a blanket at least. And then, I don't know much about New Orleans, but I know they got trees. I know they have clearings somewhere. So you could pitch that tent, have a roof over your head, have somewhere away from people. And if somebody was trying to get in, then you could legitimately pitch a fit instead of pitch fits just because someone is within 50 feet of you. Buy a tent, move somewhere you're not banned from everywhere. Simple. And then you would worry much less about, what am I going to eat today? Am I going to eat today? Where am I going to sleep tonight? I know it's your hometown, but they hate you. They don't want you anywhere. They don't. That's why you've been banned from all these places. Any family that you have in New Orleans doesn't even hate you. They don't care. You don't exist to them anymore. And you know that. Another thing, go to a hospital, at least for your physical ailments, because you have super swelling in your legs. That is edema. They will look at that. You say they will not, they will. The pissing and shitting on yourself, that is something. That is something. I don't know what it is, but that's something that ought to be looked at. The vertigo, the constant picking and itching of your ears, that might be an infection. That might be an ear infection. So go to a hospital and get that checked out. And you were previously in your life on psych meds. Maybe get back on those. Not maybe. Do. You should. That would be a great big help to you. Okay. That's the good bit. This is the fuck you bit. To everybody that is giving her money or wants to give her money, don't. Just don't. You are perpetuating a cycle, a life cycle that cannot be sustained. Not for as long as she wants. What she wants is for you to pay for her hotels until the day that she dies. And I know that nobody can do that. Nobody. Not in this economy. So, if you're thinking about it, even once, don't. Because one, it is only a matter of time before she blocks you, before she has a fit. You say one wrong thing, one day. That's all it takes. One day. One slip up. You tell her what to do, you are out the door. You make a joke she doesn't like, you are out the door. No matter if you've given her $5 or $500, she holds no loyalty. She does not care about you. The money you give her doesn't even bring her joy. It brings her security to keep doing what she does. And what she does is berate people, is demand and beg and whine and cry. And when that doesn't work, she gets blind fury angry. What you see that's calm, that's a mask. Look at all the ones of her freaking out. Bless me. Any video of her out in the street, shouting at people, cursing at them, calling them names, most of the time under her breath, but sometimes just full on screaming at the top of her lungs. I say mostly under her breath because she knows she can't take anybody in a fight. A 15-year-old would whoop her ass. Because physically, Candy, physically you are 41, but mentally I believe you are maybe 10? Your writing sucks. as someone who enjoys writing, your writing sucks. You will make no living with your stupid little short stories. And anybody with any kind of reading comprehension can see that. Anybody who is telling you, oh, you're such a great author, they're lying. They're lying. They're brown-nosing you. To use the more office-friendly term, they're brown-nosing. Like crazy. Because if they don't brown-nose, you block them. People that are her sugar daddies, sugar mommies. Look at all of the people that were her friends who are not. Let's go from most recent to least that I am aware of. There's Ling Ling. Ling Ling did give her money. Whatever the hell she used it for, there was at least $20 given to her. I understand that as soon as she got the, as soon as they got the email, they started perping and harassing. But money was exchanged. Didn't care. Didn't refund it like she usually says she does. There was no refund there. There was no, I sent the money back and I blocked them on everything. No, you kept the money and you blocked them on everything. Gia was, maybe just felt sorry for her. I think everybody who says nice things about her is just a kiss ass. Trying to maintain their presence in her live streams because all she wants is people who are supporters, which in a live stream you cannot do. You cannot be sure of who's going to support you, who's not. And see, in the 40-minute video and the 20-minute, I started talking about family, about her family. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk about her brother. I don't want to talk about her sister. I do, but it's not fair. It's not fair to Wyatt. It's not fair to Brandy if I get into any kind of big thing. But Candy, I truly do not believe that you are capable of love. I do not think you are capable of feeling that emotion. That's why even if you're not schizophrenic, I fully believe you are at least a sociopath. People are just wallets to you. While the money is flowing, you pretend. You mirror what you know love is supposed to look like. You say all the time, oh, I love y'all. You don't. You say it the same way. There's no meaning behind it because when the money stops flowing, and anytime anybody says anything remotely critiquing the horrible decisions that you make every day, anytime that happens, oh, you are venomous with the words that you say. You shit talk everybody. And that is why you have no family. That is why nobody cares anymore. because you talk shit on them. And you have been for years. Bless me. And were you my sister, I wouldn't put up with it. I wouldn't put up with it. I'd come down to wherever the hell you were and come and collect you. Come and collect you like a bad child. Older or younger, age doesn't matter. Why would age matter? You're 41. Great. Fine. You have a degree. Great. Fine. Why am I so much smarter than you? Why are so many people, young, old, it doesn't matter. Why are so many people so much smarter than you? Why do they have so much more common sense? You are being stalked. Fine. I'll say that. I believe that. You are being, sure, targeted. There are people, surely, who have alarms on their phones for whenever the hell you breathe. But the vast majority will just, I saw you before I saw your twin sister, so do not call me a cult following flying monkey, which is another script you love to read off. You speak as though you're possessed because you say the same things over and over again since you want to talk about demonic. You don't read off scripts. You're a broken record. You're a broken record. If you ever hear her say that gang stalkers got her kicked out of her apartment, no. She was kicked out of her apartment because she kept calling the cops on her neighbors for whatever, having their conversations too loud outside and she could hear them, or playing their music and she could hear it in her apartment. She would call the police for any kind of noise because she hates all kind of noise. Except, I guess, her own voice. She loves hearing that. And when she screams at the top of her lungs, that isn't noise that bothers her. No, of course not. So, that's why she got booted from her Section 8 housing. Because even the other people in Section 8 were like, she's crazy. She's bringing horrible attention to us. There's a cop car in front of her house every other day. I can bet that that's 100% of why she got kicked out. Not to say she couldn't afford it, because with her Social Security check, yes, she definitely could afford low-income housing. And the other thing that she likes to say, there are two things that I'll mention, is the Econolodge that kicked her out in the Category 2 hurricane. That banned her because she was talking shit about the building and the people that worked there while she was still in there. And by name, too. So she probably freaked out the receptionist that she thought was a gang stalker and planted there by whoever, by the satellite man. She probably feared for her life because this crazy lady could have come out of her room at any time of the night and done who knows what to her, just for existing. That's why they kicked her out, because she was a danger. And she was talking shit on them while she was laying on her slug ass in the bed. Which is... Do you shit in your kitchen? No. That was her shitting in the kitchen. That was her biting the hand that feeds her. She loves to do it with people that pay her to stay up in those rooms. That's biting the hand that feeds her. And in that Econo Lodge, she bit the hand that was feeding and housing her. So that's why that happened. And when she says that I can't stay by my twin sister because she was gonna blood sacrifice me, which is not a real thing. Come on. Your soul is not worth anything, Candy Granpre. Your body is not worth anything. Stop saying that people want to kidnap you or do anything to you. Everybody just hates you. But nobody's gonna go to prison over you. Nobody's gonna do that. When she says that her twin sister has it out for her, that's not true. That's not true, because her best chance to do that, if she was going to do that, would have been at the Airbnb, which you knew you were not welcome at. And when she came out, fire and fury in her eyes, excuse me, when she came out like that, you played dumb, and you cowered, and you tucked tail. And if the entire family wanted you buried, sacrificed in any way, that would have been the best opportunity for them. And realistically, anybody could do it at any time, because you only go to like 3 or 4 places. You aren't kept safe because you live stream everything. In fact, you're in more danger because you live stream everything. And you can't lie because you live stream everything. You filmed yourself getting fired. And that's how we know there is no we. There is no we. But we all see it. We all saw the videos of you filming your coworkers and calling them all kinds of names in the parking lot and giving them hell for strange headlights and not liking you, which, newsflash, if you ever progress past this point, there are gonna be coworkers that you don't like, that don't like you, that are only gonna have bad things to say about you. That's life. It's amazing that I'm having to tell a person older than me how how life works. But that's how life works. People are gonna hate you. But that doesn't mean they're out to ship you off to their cult. Christ. You and everything surrounding you makes me sick. I hate you. I hope nothing good ever happens to you. And this is how I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it on a bad note. With you. If what your twin sister has said about you and your niece, about you and the foster boy Cody, if all that's true, you deserve nothing. You deserve a hole in the ground. That's it. That's it, really. Fuck you, Candy. So, to everybody else, this is it. This is the only video I'm gonna make. I hope to heaven above that this is the only video that I'm gonna make on this woman. Now, as far as anything else, I've been told my voice would be really good for audiobooks. So, and I do have quite a lot of books. So, yeah, might read to you guys. If you think that would be a good idea, do let me know. I'll see y'all later.